Angelica Hale, Tara Simon Studios. This is another Jump the Line request from David. David, once again, thank you so much for the support. Means the world. Today we're looking at teaching AGT superstar Angelica Hale to sing higher. This is second in a round of 4 Jump the Lines that David has claimed this month, all including Angelica in some way or fashion. I was really happy to check out the first video, which was her and Tara checking out one of her last performances on AGT. And I think I mentioned in that one actually that it would be really cool to hear them working together. And wouldn't you know it, David was way ahead of me. So here we go. We're going to jump into this one. This again is Angelica Hale and Tara Simon Studios. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description down below. This is teaching AGT superstar Angelica Hale to sing higher.
High notes.
High notes.
High
Tell me
notes.
why you're afraid.
BTS with
I've always
Angelica.
been afraid 'cause it's higher and
What is that?
Tell me why.
BTS. I don't know what that means.
You're afraid.
I've always been afraid because it's higher and it's better and it's like, you know.
I think it's because you're getting older and your voice is maturing and there's more depth to your voice now.
Yeah.
So it's not like that little girl with the helium that's like.
Right, I was never
able to-
afraid. I was never afraid of high notes when I was little. I always wanted to go higher.
You wanted
actually.
the high notes.
I
Yeah.
wanted it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
Maybe lower it a couple steps. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that just because you're getting older that you have to lose those notes.
right.
So we're gonna fight for some like high end, maybe even breaching into the whistle tone realm today.
That's good
Okay.
because this was actually one of the
see?
things in the
Yeah.
last video that she mentioned she was a little insecure about. So it's really cool to see that. I guess this is certainly after, and that she took her cue from that and decided, well, if this is a place where you feel like you're struggling or where you're not as confident, that's a perfect place to dive in. So I wonder if it's been a while since they've worked together. It seems like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, that it's been a little while since they've worked together.
Okay, so. It's pretty, but give me B.
B.
B. Much better.
B.
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 Yes. When you want to have tone in your head voice, it's all about the shaping of the vowel in your mouth.
Right.
I'll prove it to you. It changes, right? Depending on how you shape your mouth. You have this E with an oo wrapped around it. The E is like the yolk of an egg. And the oo is the egg white that wraps around
Right.
the yolk. B.
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 Nice.
Exactly.
Well done.
Clear your throat. Give me one more time. Let's move up. Yes.
Nice.
So right there, we're reaching a little bit of a break,
Right.
which means your voice is saying, hi, yes, you can't keep doing the same thing to me. We're needing
Right.
higher notes, so I need different things. So we open it up a little bit. We brighten it up a little bit. And so instead of the heavy, because it's a little too heavy
Yeah.
for you, that's pretty, but I feel a
It was
little bit of tension
back here, yeah.
I'm
Drop the
tense.
jaw.
Ah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
feeling better. Okay, good. So, a little smile to it. A little too wide. Give
Okay.
me a little more depth, but with just think about a smile. Not really a
Chin
smile,
down.
but like bit.
Nice.
That's it. That's it. Okay, we're gonna move up. Yes, good. Yes,
good.
going up.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now.
I really like that she, I mean, obviously she's a good coach. She has to be in the position that she's in, but I love how she's establishing the technique and then pushing it up to, pushing it up and pushing it up. And then when she sees a little bit of it wavering, just not being made, the technique not catching up to the note, she stops, sits on that note, fixes the technique. And then you see Angelica, as a very apt student, take that note. And as she carries it up to, I'd say note, like the note she was given, and then carries it up through the notes that she's singing, which you can then see the technique being translated. She's a really good student.
Remember a high C? That's our goal, okay? Add some A in there now.
What is with this cough, though?
More A.
A for A.
A for A, exactly. And go easy on that C. I want a lot of air through that C.
Is it
Yeah.
Z? Z? Yeah.
It's not a Z,
Okay.
but it's a.
Okay.
You hear it?
Again,
Too far back.
again,
Forward in the T.
exaggerating something in order to learn it, and then you can pull it back.
Yeah, that
later.
was better. That was better. Yes. Yeah, yeah. There.
Okay.
There. And. Okay, you took what I said about the C a little too seriously.
I'm sorry.
All the way to 11. She goes all the way to 11 with it.
Right. Give me more F.
The idea, I'm assuming, is just to not to close the consonant off too harshly so as to completely interrupt the flow of air. Not a vocal coach, just a guess.
Yeah. Perfect.
Just makes
Perfect.
sense.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Could be wrong.
Too hard of an E. You got it. Yes. Eh. Yes.
Okay, see, this is kind of what I'm talking about. A few of those examples right there. The tone, the actual note is not being sung well. That's not important. That's not what she's trying to do. She's trying to get her mouth placement, and she's trying to get her using the proper muscles, get everything in the right order. Then she'll work on or worry about or mention if she needs to about, being under the note, over the note, whatever the case may be in that situation. But I love the way she's doing this because basically you don't care at this moment. And it's the same whether you're talking about this or dance or acting or even things like painting and sculpture and things. When you're trying to teach a specific technique, especially when it has to do with muscle memory and the physical body, you really aren't interested in a good performance while you're learning the technique. When you get the technique down, you get the position of the mouth down when it starts to feel comfortable, whenever she can recognize where things need to be, where her lips, her cheeks, her tongue, the muscles in her throat need to be to fit, to feel proper. And she gets that information from her coach through facial expression and verbal affirmation whenever she hits it properly. If you'll watch Tara, if I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing, she's really focusing visually on Angelica. She's not coaching her based on what she's hearing. That's why whenever the note might be a little flat or weak or frail or not really being properly closed or pushed out or whatever the case may be, however you would phrase it, again, not a vocal coach, she's watching her with her eyes and seeing where her mouth is placed, watching the muscles in her throat, and I'm sure also paying attention to Angelica's state of mind when she looks like she's lacking confidence, when she's not feeling confident in what she's doing, even whenever she seems to be getting the message, getting closer, developing the right skill, learning the right way. When she looks like she's lacking a lot of confidence, you'll hear Tara giving her proper encouragement, really good encouragement to help her get past that insecurity, which can be as much of a stumbling block as anything else, regardless of the performance, regardless of the medium. I think that she's an excellent teacher. I mean, if you just look at her face right now, she's completely focused on her student. There's a really, really strong connection there. I think that she's a probably a very remarkable teacher.
Yes.
It's
That's
like
it.
it's wavering, but yeah.
That's it. And.
And she's modeling,
Good. We're moving up.
even when she's not singing, she's modeling the position of the mouth.
Good job.
Sorry, let me see that again.
Yes. Good job. Yes. Yes.
I gotta drop a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. You just need more space.
Yeah.
Yes. Here we go.
I was about to say
Ready?
that.
And. That's high C. Yes.
Good job.
Yes. Here we go.
That's hard, man.
Oh, what is that?
Ah, it's a break. Okay, so you have a break on. You have a break on F5 in your head voice. Let's work it out. Let's work it out.
Okay.
Did you notice that really quickly? I'm just going to go back. Watch Tara's face. I think it's Tara. Watch her face. Angelica is feeling a little bit insecure, and you'll see this in students a lot of the time whenever they're doing something they know they're not getting. And what ends up happening is they exaggerate how much they're not getting it as a way, in part, to lessen the embarrassment, because if you're not trying super hard, it's not as devastating when you don't do it well. And secondly, also to kind of try to take some of the seriousness away, shake out the nerves, and hopefully like rope other people into this. Well, I didn't do that well, let's laugh about it. That kind of helps. And that's a natural thing that happened. But in this moment, this is the first time I saw Tara's face really get serious, to kind of communicate, okay, but we can fix this. So it's not a thing that's broken. It's not a thing that you can't get past. Don't just laugh it off like, oh, well, that's where I break, so let's move on. No, let's fix it. Just like watch her expression. I think that's really, really, really crucial.
Let's figure it out. On F5 in your head voice. Let's work it out.
Right there.
Let's work it out.
Okay.
You see Angelica kind of laughing it off and kind of repeating the mistake a couple of times, almost solidifying, see, I can't do this. Then Tara comes back at her with this really, no, let's fix it.
It's a break. Okay, so you have a break on you have a break on F5 in your head voice. Let's work it out. Let's work it out.
Okay.
And Angelica responds really well
Let's figure it out.
with that, okay.
Okay, so where it itches is not the placement that you want. You want to
Okay.
avoid that part.
Okay.
So you know it's not wide. Okay, you know it's not thin. Uh-huh.
What was that?
Keep finding it. Keep finding it. Keep.
There it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Let's not worry about the high note.
Okay.
Yeah. I like where you're going with that.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that sounded
there it
great.
is.
That
Okay.
sounded great.
I'll give you an example of
Wow.
what you did with the ah.
Okay.
It's right there. Yes.
Beautiful.
Watch that C too.
I know.
Wow.
Se. Drop that jaw. And I think it's okay now to put it to a Z. At some point when you go high, you're gonna need to change the non-phonatable to a semi-phonatable. We're really definitely to that point right now. So yes! I
There's a
hit the
break
wrong note, but
there.
that's it. Yeah, try it again.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. No, you did. Yeah,
Good. I
look,
know
did you
that
see
C
her
is
response?
probably
Look at the way. Doubt.
Yes.
There.
Good,
She's
good. I know
taking
that
her
C
cue
is
from her
probably more
coach. It's a
uncomfortable
good
to do.
relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's on a break. So let's work past it. Let's see if we can get two more. If we
Ooh,
get two
wow.
more, that's an E above high C. That's whistle.
Wow.
Big time whistle.
It's
Ooh.
very small.
Yes. You'll
Does it
find
still
that.
count?
Yeah. You'll find that as you go higher, the notes feel like they're going farther back and up, and they get smaller and smaller. But that's why whistle is whistle, because it's extremely concentrated yet small sound.
Right.
Now, I don't mean small volume-wise. Volume
Okay.
can come and it'll grow as you get more comfortable in that
Okay.
register.
Okay.
But the smallness of it's like a pinprick
Yeah.
versus like a brush.
Right.
You're touching so little surface area, just boom, right there.
Right.
Really pinpointed at the top, okay? Try it.
Zero.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Zero.
Don't push it. Don't push it, because this is still high. We are almost a high C in that second one. There. That one. Okay? Here we go. That's okay.
Close,
That's okay.
close,
We'll go
close.
through it. One more time.
Oh.
Ha ha.
Is it there?
It's there. Yes.
Even though it's small, it's there.
Even though she be tiny, she is.
I use that quote all the
mighty.
time. Okay.
Got you that bracelet for a reason.
I know.
Wow.
Oh. I have to, yeah.
And that's one of the things when you get into this area now in vocal coaching, I don't know it intimately, but the principle holds sound through most things that I do have experience with, and that when you're building a skill that is like that does stack on top of itself like this, going up and up and up and up until you can't go up anymore. The more difficult the thing is, whatever the thing is, the more seriously you have to take the action. You can down in the around the third, and you can play around with it. You don't have to focus as hard. You don't have to try as hard. You don't have to take it as seriously. You can be a little more playful. But when you get up to this level, which I mean, I'm like, I can't believe they went that high. That's extremely high. I'm guessing this is extremely high. You'll see her reining in that laughter, reining in that sort of playful attitude more and more, which I've noticed, which is what you have to do, because she, like you just noticed with this last time she attempted that note, she kind of just went to it, and then she realized, oh no, wait, I really need to like stop, prep, get my breath right, and then go for it. So that's really cool too.
Okay, so we got a little bit of breath in there that we want to tone up a little. Okay,
Right.
We have a little bit of jaw tension because you're scared. What I want you to work on, and we're gonna review this again.
Okay.
I want you to work on keeping that jaw dropped. Okay, looking in the mirror.
Okay.
And attacking the note like it's a lower note.
Okay.
But the placement of it's not the same. It's not this big billowing tonal like forward note. It's gonna feel higher up, almost like in the middle of your skull. Okay, up and in the middle.
Okay.
It's up and back. Okay, it's not this forward thing. Yeah. And there's a squeeze. There's an epiglottal squeeze that really is.
It's okay if it's a little tense then?
Well, there is tension because of the squeeze.
Right.
But not strain. There's a difference between a squeeze to tense for the sake of the note being higher and tighter versus like muscling through a note.
Right.
There's a difference. Tension in a healthy way because of the height of a note. My glottis here is tightening. It's almost closing completely. It's like when you have a balloon and you make it go.
Yeah.
What do? You stretch the opening.
Yeah.
And there's a tension there to make that high sound. That's exactly what we're doing here inside.
Okay.
That's a great visual.
That is okay tension, but not stress. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get the note tension. That's not what we're going for. Okay. So there has to be a forward and up kind of pointing with your hand, but this feeling of up and back. And don't be scared of dropping that jaw. You're going to have width. You're going to need to raise those cheekbones, but you've got to have the space, just like you have space for any other extreme note, higher.
It's one of the few things I do know,
Needs
or I have
space.
picked up
Support, right?
from being around
Okay,
vocal
so
coaches and singers.
I want this E.
More space.
I want that E. I want you to work on this exercise.
Okay.
And we're gonna do it again and see how it's improved.
Are we going to get to see that?
Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
You got this. Once we get proper placement up there on a stuck note, then we can work on agility and moving around in that area.
Right.
And that's where it gets.
This is cool.
Right.
This is hard work, as you can tell. Like, not everything is just easy for Angelica and like, oh, I woke up today and I sound amazing in E above high C. We work for this, right? We want you to be encouraged to know that, because it is hard work and it takes practice. If you're somebody who wants to learn, we can give you a free 15-minute assessment at Tara Simon Studios. Just click the link below in the description box and we can have this same experience with you. Angelica is going to be working on this, and we're going to hold her accountable. We want that E above high C, and we're going to report back soon with another video on how it's going. Love you so much, guys. Proud of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was Angelica Hale. This was teaching a superstar, Angelica Hale, to sing higher on Tara Simon Studios. Again, the link will be in the description down below. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys didn't mind my commentary. I did have a lot to say. I didn't think I would, but I did. It's really fun to watch that process, and it's really interesting. I mean, I've seen other singers go through it, and every time it hits me how interesting it is, how you can take the fundamentals of these lessons that she's teaching her about her voice, and they do apply in one way or another with a little bit of tweaking, based on what you're doing, to so many different art forms, probably other things as well. It's just because we're dealing with the human body. We're dealing with the human body. We're dealing with confidence. We're dealing with just the psyche in general. And it's just really interesting to see how those things overlap. So I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Uncut unaltered version of this will be on Patreon. A link for that will also be in the description down below. I do appreciate all the support that I get from you guys. It really does make this possible. It helps me to be able to continue to do this, continue to grow the channel. Going for 50K right now. So excited about that. Thanks again, David, for supporting the channel as you have been for so long. I really appreciate it. And please remember, as always, to be kind to each other. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.